This next program is one that we spent a very long time coming up with. It features two composers and two extraordinarily powerful works of music. The first is Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 6. The second is Michael Tilson Thomas's Four Preludes on Playthings of the Wind. Now, Tchaikovsky, of course, is one of the most beloved, famous composers of orchestral music. You might think of some of his ballets like the Nutcracker or Swan Lake. You may know his symphonies. 4, 5, and 6 are regarded as the apex of his symphonic writing. Now, the 4th and 5th symphonies both have very excitable, energized, happy endings. The 6th symphony, not so much. The happiest part of the piece is really the march that comes in the middle of the work, but the last movement is one of the most kind of heavy but illuminating and deep explorations of the true human emotions that make us the species that we are. And so even though it's not a happy, raucous, excited, jumping up and down ending, it's worth playing this music because it is so human. It's so much us. And the entire piece comes together in a way that presents a vision of the emotional output of man that's almost unparalleled, I would say. The second piece on this program is by Michael Tilson Thomas, one of the great American musical icons. You may know Michael Tilson Thomas, or MTT as we call him, because he's the music director of the San Francisco Symphony. He also founded the New World Symphony, one of the great orchestral training programs in the entire world. He was the music director of the London Symphony, a famous composer. He's worked with some of the greatest composers and the greatest musicians alive. And he was also, and this is a very personal connection, my teacher growing up. So I am so excited and honored to bring one of his newest compositions to the Britt Hill. We're just the third orchestra to play it, and this will be the first time that this piece has been played that MTT wasn't conducting. So the pressure's on, but this is a very special piece. It requires a vocalist to bring this to life, and the vocalist that we have is one of the great talents of the world, Misha Breuker-Grossman. If you don't know that name and you haven't seen her work, Google her right now, because you're about to have your mind blown by her talent and virtuosity and range of vocal styles. And she brings this piece to life in a way that she could only do because it was written for her. Then this work draws on many influences. It has dark elements to it, it has wild, crazy elements to it, it has jazzy elements to it. In fact, you actually need a jazzy bar band as part of the orchestra to make this piece work. And it's an exploration for all of us because you are going to be one of the first audiences to hear this work. And we're so excited to bring it to the Britt Hill and to perform a work that is very connected to me personally because its creator is one of the musicians that I look up to most and has really made it so that I could be here as a musician, as a conductor in the first place.